Hi everyone, welcome to August 2017. Wanted to pop in here real quick and do just a little bit of a hello. Let you guys know that as of now, private readings are back to normal. Thank you so much to all of those that ordered a private reading and put up with my nonsense. I had just a whole bunch of stuff happen right before I left Indonesia, which was like so typical of the whole experience there. Dealing with immigration. They held my passport hostage for like a month, and it was like the day before I had to go when I finally got it. So I spent like 3 days waiting, systems down in Jakarta and all this, like, I don't know, it was just like a total mess. But so thank you for those that put up with me. And yeah, so it'll be back to normal. Also, quick announcement for freebies for Leo, okay? Every month, whoever's birthday month it is, I will be offering free solar return reports. So if you order a tarot card reading, I'll include, it's like a 20-page report that talks about the themes for the upcoming year based on your birthday and your residence location, okay? So it's kind of like a snapshot analysis of things that you can expect with your specific transits and things like that. It's kind of a cool report. I ran one for myself for being here in Budapest on my upcoming birthday in September. And I don't know, it's kind of cool to look at. So that's available for you as well. I'm gonna be doing a Bali video, another one. I know I already did one regarding the astrocartography, and I'm gonna do another one now that I know a little bit more about it. Kind of analyzing what happened when I was there and kind of associating it with transits, things like that. And also being here in Budapest and how it really is going to be affecting my chart. And like I said, I am offering astrocartography analysis in a more simple form for some of you who are interested in vacationing or moving to a new city and whatnot, just so that you can kind of get an idea of how the planets will shift and the possibility of having different aspects of your personality kind of be activated based on where your planets are located. So it's kind of a cool thing. And I will be doing that probably in the next month, as well as my new astrological video for Venus. I did one on Chiron already, and I have a whole new format that I'm going to do for Venus, which I'm pretty excited about, because the first one was kind of just like haphazard, just kind of threw it together, but to hopefully make it more valuable for you so that you can understand how your Venus affects the way you love and interact with people and the way that you appreciate beauty and life in general. So keep your eyes open for that, and that's it. I'll let you guys go. Thanks so much. Bye. Hello Libra, how are you? Welcome to your reading for August 2017. Thanks so much for being here. Let's go ahead and dive right in and get started, okay? I've already been preparing the deck for you. So let's see what comes out. Actually, that one really wants to come out, I think. That top one. I don't even need to finish that. Okay, the Magician coming out reversed. I'm wondering if you're at a place in your life or experiencing a moment where you're having a difficult time initiating. You know, like I think that things might maybe quite not be clear. You're not totally in tune with your intuition. You're having a difficult time transitioning into something else, like maybe you're kind of hanging out in some kind of a weird limbo and you're not quite sure how to quite make sense of stuff or what tools to pick up and use in order to accomplish a goal. It's not that bad. It's just like a point of like, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure, and I don't know what to really do to become sure. How do I feel about something? How do I approach or confront an issue? Maybe you even had someone in your life, either someone come in, it's going to be a very abrupt energy, maybe someone come in, or, you know, someone that's in your life already, but an issue arose that made you really look at yourself, made you really be like, okay, this isn't right with me, and I need to find out why. And the Devil coming out. See, this is a representative of your physical world. You know, when you act against, not you, Libra, but when anyone acts against their intuition, and when they act against what they know to be right, we get the devil. Okay, and that's Saturn coming in and being like, all right, well, if you're not going to listen, then I'm just going to have to teach you, and I'm going to have to teach you the hard way. And this is like that cold feeling that you feel, kind of almost sometimes like life has sort of turned your back, it's back on you. It's the obligations that you feel like you don't feel free. You don't feel like you really have a choice. You don't feel like you can break free of these chains or whatever. I mean, this is a tough thing. And the one thing to really break yourself free is to realize your power, which is something that's you're not really tapping into at this moment. Libra, you are notorious for putting other people's needs in front of your own. When you are in a devil situation, it is not fair to you to remain, to put other people so far ahead of you that you remain stuck. Okay, now is a time for you to really realize your true power in your life, your power to create the world that you want. Put the load down. Relieve yourself of the responsibility. Relieve yourself of the obligations. Like, I think you're tired. You're feeling tired. You're feeling stressed. You're feeling like, even though you might not even trust yourself. Like, if you were to break free, do you trust yourself on the other side of that? Do you believe that new love will still come in? Do you believe that your life will actually be better? Do you believe that things can and will be different? You know, and that's kind of a hard question to ask, because of course you want to answer yes. But if you really do believe it, then why aren't you acting in accordance with that? The Wheel of Fortune. I think something recently in your past has changed. These are kind of contradictory energies, I feel. You know, like this is the universe kind of taking the reins. And you kind of, these are like opposites, the 1 and the 10, right? This is the self and this is the universe. And they are mirror images of one another. So if you, in effect, are not acting, then you cannot expect the universe to act either. The universe is going to adjust and rearrange itself to give you what it is that you're truly wanting. Now, that's a hard and very touchy thing for me to say, because it's almost as though I'm saying that you deserve where you are in kind of a negative way, but it's not. I'm personally learning myself, you know, that even though you can be the most amazing person in the world, the most loving, the most giving, the most everything, and to be the best version of yourself that you know how to be, but yet you still find yourself in difficult situations with difficult people, difficult relationships, all these things. Being in love with people that don't love you back, being, you know, faced to make a difficult decision, sometimes divorce, or sometimes the difficult decision can be to stay together. So here you are, this amazing person, and you're having to face this. Well, why is that? Well, a lot of times it's because we don't set boundaries around ourselves. A lot of times we don't, and Libra is notorious for that. That's why I'm saying boundaries, because Libra is just like, here, let me give you everything I have. And then when someone takes it away from you, you're like, but wait, what? Where did you go? Like, you can't just take it away from me and shut the door in my face. You know, you got to keep that door open, got to keep that energy flowing. We got to keep the love alive. But if you're not setting those boundaries, the universe is going to say, okay, well, this person doesn't care. And I'm going to give them a situation that reflects that. Four of Swords, reversed. Your mind seems to be out of alignment. I think that your mind is not thinking objectively right now, and there may be a little bit too much emotion, because this is a lot of emotion involved here, a lot of it. And when you're so overweighted in emotion and so overweighted in obligation and duty and the things that you're meant to do, your mind kind of like adjusts to fit that energy as opposed to everything kind of coming together. There's just a disconnect happening here, and this can be a very active mind, which Libra again is notorious for. 9 of Pentacles, reverse. See the drainage. the drainage of the resources coming down into this Devil situation. It's time for you to start protecting yourself, Libra, to protect yourself, to love yourself. And I'm not going to say to just completely cut people out of your lives, because obviously some of you really want solid relationships with these people, you know, the people that you're with, and some of you really do want good things to come out of it. But I think the best way is to really draw that line. You know, one of the most powerful words in the English language is, well, any language, it's no. Like saying no to stuff. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not, you know, and not letting someone take what you have to give and not reciprocate. 9 see, the 9s are drained, which means that you, oh, sorry guys, there's a car alarm. I'm gonna turn my camera off till it stops. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be looking for a place in the country, because I can't I can't have this noise anymore. Bali was just like, it was so bad with the noise. And I just like, I can't do it. Everything is so loud all the time. I'm like really hypersensitive to it now. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Anyway, so you have the 9s here. And it's that drainage, it's that depletion of what you have as an individual. And it's all being like sucked into this. Because that's what black is, right? Black is the color of absorption. It's like some of you may even have like energy vampires in your life that just like sink their teeth into you and just like take everything you have, and then they just leave, you know? And then they come back when they need more. And again, if you're not in a relationship, it could even just be like an area of your life, or just dating in general. Like you may really be attracting this type of needy person or narcissistic person. And you really need to say, okay, well, what am I doing and what am I putting out into the universe that is bringing this stuff back to me? Okay? And with these reversed, it does speak to a lack of boundaries. It does speak to a lack of that usage of the word no. And the trust of the intuition, trusting what you feel and trusting those triggers that you feel. When something makes you feel not right, because I'm familiar, we're all familiar with this devil, right? And you get those little twinges, those little pings that are like, oh, that doesn't quite feel good, or I can't believe that person said that to me. And it's usually something that we can very easily just brush off and just ignore. But the more you brush it off and the more you ignore it, the bigger and bigger it's gonna get. It's gonna compound. And this is humility is needed. Humility and finding, putting your pride and your ego aside and saying, okay, it's really time for me to create a life that I'm at peace with. And it's really time for me to create a life that creates joy and not this. And what do I need to do? And how do I need to change? This is very much an inward reflection. Your outward relationships, whether it's with a significant other, a parent, a child, coworkers, whoever, it doesn't even matter who it is. But those relationships are telling you something about yourself, all right? That's what Saturn is. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, is the karmic energy that comes in and teaches those cold, hard lessons through experience. Like, this is an experience you're meant to go through in order to grow and in order to become a better, more spiritually awakened person. Okay? And sometimes during that process, you find that relationships are out of alignment there. So the universe is going to force you to change. It is. It's going to force you to face and confront something. Now, this doesn't have to be so dramatic. It's probably likely something just that happens within yourself. Okay? Something that just like, oh, wow. Like, I needed to know that. I needed to feel that. I needed to understand that. And it's going to kind of slap you across the face. I always used to say, I haven't said it in a long time, but I always used to say, this is the card, it's like the universe coming in and smacking you back on track. and like where you just kind of get smacked to the ground and then you shake your head and you're like, oh, okay, now I can go. Now I get it. Now I understand it. This can often be a moment of understanding. I love the Tower. I really do. It's because it's like if you had a point, right? You were at a moment where you made a choice and maybe you kind of took it down toward the devil road, right? This is tough. It's the harder road. This is the universe giving you an opportunity to get toward the light, to get toward the sun. What you're hoping for is a chance, an opportunity. You're hoping for things to reconcile, or you're hoping for alignment. You're hoping for your actions to speak louder than anything else. You know, power. I think with this Magician in the reversal as the first card, your thing, okay, is not acting, not doing. And here you are hoping for an opportunity to act, to do something, to stand up for yourself, to do what you need to do, to say what you need to say, and to not worry so much about hurting another person. Because when you think about it, you wouldn't need to hurt this person if they weren't in turn hurting you. Right? Sometimes, I mean, that's not always the case, but in this case, I feel that it is. You're in a battle. You're in a cycle. You're in a pattern. You know, are you going to allow yourself to keep recycling this toxic behavior? You keep recycling it and you're going to keep having to go through this. This is a choice. You can decide not to go through this. You can decide not to be here. You can decide not to be hurt, to not have that pit in your stomach. You can decide not to feel tired and exhausted, you know, emotionally. And I'm not talking about health here, but, you know, emotionally. Because this is not a healthy person. You don't have anything left to give anyway, you know? And it's an empowering time for you, Libra, if you let it be that. If you allow yourself to find power here, to find enlightenment here, to find happiness here, and to really give yourself a chance to, well, I may need to close my window, to really give yourself a chance to be happy. Seven of Cups. Like, see, the thing is that you know the way you feel. It's just that sometimes there's not enough of, like, your heart is saying one thing, your mind is saying another, but this is going to be forced alignment where you're not going to have the opportunity to lie to yourself anymore. And all the feelings that you're feeling and all the confusion and all of the whatever it is, it's not going to be able to last. And the Lovers. The coming together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Again, another moment of choice. To choose. Choose to stop. Choose to put down the load. Choose to stop working so hard. You know, by working, just sometimes when people are like, oh, I'm working so hard at keeping this going, I'm trying, I'm doing everything I can. And, you know, sometimes that's kind of the demon. Sometimes that's the thing that pushes people away when the other person tries so hard. You know, and you really need to ask yourself, because of this card, you need to really ask yourself about how much you're respecting yourself right now. I'm sorry, I know you can't see that. Let me try to move it backwards. This thing is on a pillow, and the pillow is curved. So let's see if I can get it. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Oh, I spilled my coffee here. There we go. But you know, this speaks to self-respect, self-love, self-worth, self-value. And Libra, you are notorious, and I can speak this because my sun is in Libra now, and I have Libra ascending, so I get it. I know where you're coming from, because you do care so wholeheartedly about people, and you do care so wholeheartedly about the welfare of others, but you can't keep putting yourself on the back burner like this. Here is your opportunity to make a choice for the alignment. When I say the divine masculine, divine feminine, I mean your logic and your intuition coming together, and then actions working alongside of those. That's the Holy Trinity, right? Mind, heart, action. Mind, heart, courage. And when they're all doing the same thing, and they're all like moving at the same rate, and they're all like have the same belief, your life isn't difficult like this, because they're operating in truth. They're operating in honesty. They're operating in wholeness and in goodness. It's kind of one of those traits that very, very successful people have. Like, I remember this thing that I watched with Oprah. And she was like, I just got to get toxic people out of my life. Like, if they're stealing my vibes, I got to get them out. I got to get them out. And like, there's a reason why people are so successful, is because they don't allow others to steal from them. Let's see here. See, there's victory and success here for you. There's good things coming. I think you're going to end this month coming into August, or coming out of August into September. I think you're going to end this month like on a whole different level. You know, like you're kind of at a point where you're forced to really put this load down and stop pretending like you don't really have a choice except to just accept the truth of what's really happening. And, you know, whatever words are being flown around, or whatever promises are being made, or whatever, you're going to have this keen ability to really pierce through that and to really see what is actually being said. Like, I don't think you're going to be taking things at face value. You're going to be like, they may be saying that, but their actions are saying a totally different thing. And my intuition is agreeing with their actions, so I'm going to go with that kind of thing. And you're not going to be fooled. And you are learning the lessons, and you are moving on. Bolt 666. All right, 666 adds up to 19, which gives us 9. 9 is like the holy number, right? The number of God. And it's I'm trying to think, because I always say that this is where the lessons are learned, at the Six of Swords, and you move past them. Spiritually, you're already moving. Spiritually, you're already like leaving those difficult waters. Physically, you may still be present, okay? But mentally, you're already gone. Mentally, you may still be kind of participating in this because you're just not sure quite how to let go. 9 of Swords. See another 9. Even 999 adds up to 27. 2 plus 9, 2 plus 7 is 9, coming back to 9. You are surrounded by God and the Creator here. I don't know, whatever you believe in, the universe. Like, you have this energy coursing through your body. And the more you fight it, the more and more difficult it's going to be. Your thoughts being so focused on the choice itself. Your thoughts being so stressed out about what you know to be true. But that's like your own doing. It's your own cause. You're causing that yourself because you don't want to let go. You don't want someone to not like you. You don't want to get in a fight. You don't want to cause a riff, you know. But Libra, you're going to have to, in order to save yourself and to maintain, because if you don't have self-respect or self-love, it's not like you can't have it both. Like, it's like I said this, I believe in Virgo, it's like a sliding scale. All right, and there's a point and you kind of like take the weight and you can either go back and forth. You don't have two things where you can have, you know, you don't have like two sets of scales where you can have both. So let me explain. So you have self-love over here and you have self-hate or self-loathing over here. And it's like you either have self-love, which is absence of self-loathing, or you have self-loathing, which is an absence of self-love. And it's not like your scales, Libra, which are like weight. It's more just like a slider kind of thing. You can only be on one point on that line, and you got to be somewhere. So, and whichever you have more of, is what you have. You know what I mean? And right now, there's like this energy of like really not liking yourself, but you're continuing to help other people. You're continuing to love someone, or continuing to help someone, or to serve someone, where it's not feeling reciprocated. Okay? Justice. See, you can't fight the natural laws of the universe. You just can't do it. It's like you can't jump off a cliff and expect not to fall down. You just can't. It's coming. It's coming for you. There's a force coming for you, and it's going to force you to get back on track. And it's going to make sure that whatever is coming to you, and whatever is coming to other people, and whatever is coming to people in your life, that they'll get that. This is a really dramatic card. I'm relearning the tarot. Excuse me, let me take a drink. I'm relearning the tarot in my studies, and learning all different aspects of tarot. This card is actually more like God than anything. God, or the creator. This is the force of the universe. It is unstoppable. It's not just an indication of lawsuits and contracts and things like that. It's a you have two very, very powerful forces in your environment right now. And the harder and harder and harder you work against them, the harder and harder the reality is going to be when it comes to fruition, when it comes to face with it. So you might as well lean into what you know to be right. You might as well make the decision. As hard as it is, you might as well just do it, because you deserve happiness, and you deserve goodness, and you as a person have this infinite value as a soul. You know, we're living in a society where our value and our self-worth is just like put to shame, and we're always feeling shame, and we're always apologizing, and we're always trying to adjust and fix and accommodate, you know? And it's hard, but it's important for you to rise above, okay? And I know you want to just kind of keep doing what you're doing. I know you want to just put your head down, do what you're supposed to do, fulfill your obligations and all these things. But look, you know, your heart is being depleted. This is you, okay? I think your intuition is not, like, you're really not embracing what your intuition is saying right now. You're questioning it too much. King of Cups. It's a very Scorpio-like energy. All right. I don't know. This is likely the partnership. They're kind of the same, right? Card of Cancer, card of Scorpio. So a lot of water energies, a lot of emotional energies kind of flying around. Emotional energies, needing to find stability, needing to find strength. You know, you're an air sign, so to be coming out as water is like a very foreign place. So you are operating in a very foreign modality, or very foreign element. And it's like the clouds diving into the ocean kind of thing. It's like, what? It's like a weird concept. Doesn't even make sense. The Hanged Man. I think that you're really having a difficult time understanding the place of everything, and understanding the purpose, and really seeing things for what they really are. You know, you may have really hung on to that placement, really hung on to keeping something sustained or keeping something going just because it was something that you wanted, or you thought you wanted. But look, you have been going through something really dramatic here. Death, devil, tower. See, somewhere along the way, there was a choice that you were confronted with, and you decided to go against what you knew to be right. And now you're forced to really deal with it. And it's fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to make it through, okay? You're going to find happiness, because this is a growth experience that you are just meant to be with, or meant to go through. It really did challenge your belief system. It really did challenge your mode and your, how do I say it? It really did challenge your standard, I guess, and how you thought of yourself. Likely this person, whoever this person is, there won't be contact. There shouldn't be contact. You need to take time for yourself right now. And if you work with this person, you know, just avoidance as much as possible. If it's your child, you know, obviously you still need to care for them. If it's your significant other and you're not even considering a divorce or splitting or something like that, you know, you just need time. You need time to really sort things out for what's right for you. 6 of Cups. You know, another 6. You really do have that past connection, or that past reaching. Like, I really feel like there's something that you're really hanging on to in spite of that. Like, these are so opposite. Like, look at these cards here. They're so opposite from one another. Your thoughts are up here. Your thoughts are thinking about your emotions, but what's actually manifesting in the real world is this 5 of Pentacles. You know, you can't keep hanging on to something that's causing you so much pain and isolation and rejection. I mean, you can do it whatever you want, you know, do what's best for you. Hopefully during this process you'll find some stability. See, I really think you're just, like, I said that in the beginning, like, you're really just standing still. The person you're dealing with is not moving, you're not moving, you're kind of playing this little game of chicken here. But it's okay. You know, I wouldn't put too much or assign too much meaning to it. You know, Libra, I think you may have to get mean. King of Swords reversed. You may need to get mean, and you may need to get cutting and cut someone out for some of you, because the devil relationship is a difficult relationship, and it is usually something that, unless you're mean, you're just gonna have to keep reliving it, right? And here you have hope and healing and optimism and, you know, finding your way toward the light. Let's not forget that the stars is the light of 1 billion suns. Okay, it is the sun, it is God. And here we have the water, which represents the ether, which represents, you know, being blessed and feeling the presence of your soul. I think some of you may be feeling quite numb right now. So feeling the presence of your soul and feeling that goodness of life coming in, and to not shy away from that. And to I honestly see this as being a very positive card for you. Acting in a way that is according to what you know to be good and what you know to be true, in spite of the potential of hurting someone else, but you wouldn't have to hurt that person if they weren't hurting you. Right? So you got to be honest. It's time to stand up for yourself and to live a life according to what you know to be right and good and true. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that. I think it was a beautiful reading, maybe a little bit harsh for some of you, but hopefully it provided some insights. I really wish you nothing but the best, guys. Really, truly, okay? Thanks so much. Bye.